Hey everybody, it's March 23rd. I wanted to quick do a video here. I just did a light workout here at the pool. I had a horrible night last night. The night before I've been having trouble sleeping, probably 2 nights in a row. But I think last night was a climax. Well, throughout the day, throughout Sunday, I felt like my legs felt unnecessarily sore. You know, I'm sore for about a day or two after I do my heavy leg days, but it was unusually sore, and I just attributed it to being sore. And then at nighttime, when I went to bed, and gradually my legs woke me up. My legs were like on fire. Both of my legs were equally on fire. They were pulsing with blood racing through them completely from the waist down. And I'm like, what on earth is going on? You know, this is not soreness anymore. This is something else. This is my nervous system or something. Naturally started to make me panic. And then I started to sweat. And then I started to feel like my heart was racing. I got really nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I having a heart attack? What is this? I thought maybe I just needed to walk, went to the bathroom, came back, and immediately on like hot fire, pulsing, very, very strong discomfort pulsing through my legs, completely from the waist down. And then periodically I'd have this, my heart would start racing again, and I was sweating. And I had no idea what this was. And I'm like, I'm in Lao. It's 2-3 in the morning. I have nowhere to go. I don't know where to go. And my wife, of course, is not with me. Of all the nights we've been together almost 100% of the time for the past 8 years. And it's the one night she was on the train coming back from Bangkok. She went to Bangkok over the weekend, and she was coming back that night. And I'm like, of all the nights for this to happen, and it wasn't because I didn't know what to do. It was because if the only thing that came to my mind was, if I'm going to die, I'm not going to die with her. And that's what scared me the most. She wasn't here for me to say goodbye to her. That's what scared me the most. I know where I'm going when I'm dying. And I'm okay to die when I'm supposed to die. But I'm like, of all the times that this happened, she wasn't here. And it would have been, I wanted to give her one last goodbye. I love you. It was the only thing I cared about. Of course, yeah, the discomfort, I wanted to know what was wrong. I didn't go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep. So I woke up, so I got out of bed finally at 3 after tossing and turning. Every position I went in, it just got worse. It was worse because it wasn't getting any better. And so I finally went out into the recliner chair, and I just started doing my devotionals, reading the Bible, and put my feet up. I didn't know what to do. Should I put my feet down, put my feet up? Fortunately, I had to go pick her up in the morning. I thought maybe it was anxiety about picking her up. I always had some anxiety about when I had to wake up early, fearing that I wouldn't wake up early, and I always end up waking up multiple times throughout the night. I thought maybe that was it. That was partially this. But it doesn't explain the leg pain, the leg discomfort. So I had to leave the house at 6:30, going to pick her up at the train, and I'm like, I hope I don't have any leg problems. I mean, I'm fully functioning. My feet I can walk, and I don't feel dizzy. I don't have a fever. I don't feel a headache or anything. Even right now, I'm sitting here and my legs are like pulsing. So when I came back, I told my wife about it on the way here. I didn't want to scare her. And I said, the only thing I cared about was that you weren't here and I couldn't say goodbye to you. And she was mortified that I would even talk like that. She doesn't want me to die first. I said, well, statistics show I'm going to die first. So we need to be prepared for that. Anyway, I just said, the only thing I cared about was I couldn't say goodbye to you. And, but it also makes me realize I don't know where to go here for a dental appointment, or not for a dental appointment. I don't know where to go here for a doctor. I know there's a couple hospitals around, but I don't know which one we should go to. and I talked to her about this before. It's something she kind of avoids. She avoids these kind of things, and I'm like, I come from the States, we prepare, and she doesn't prepare. They don't prepare. They're always like, you do it when you need it. You get it when you need it. If you have the money, you spend it. If there's no harvesting, there's no preparation for bad times. Because I think from her perspective, you preparing for bad time means it's going to actually is like fulfilling prophecy, and that's the sense I get from her. She doesn't want to talk about bad things, and I'm like, we have to. You have to know if I go what you need to do, and she doesn't want to talk about it. So I kind of force her to do it. So anyway, this was kind of a scare to do something that we've been talking about, but I push it off because she doesn't like to talk about this kind of thing. I'm like, we need to know if something happens where I'm incapacitated or you're incapacitated, we need to know which hospital we're going to go to. And so we need to sort that out. This was a scare enough for me that I didn't know what was happening to me. It's something we're going to need to look into. There are a couple hospitals around town. You know, we talked about our hospital has always been in Bangkok, but I'm like, if something happens at 2 a.m, there's no way we're going to Bangkok. There's just no way. We need something like we can get to in 15 minutes by car. You know, if something that drastic. We don't even know how to call an ambulance here. I don't know. So I have health insurance and for any long term, anything serious. But this was just a wake up call for me to put my foot down with her and say, look, we need to think through this. We got our insurance cards. We're with Cigna, you know, and we're going to do the best that we can. You know, it's inpatient with a deductible. That's secondary to knowing where to go if we need to do something. I did some chatting with AI to ask what this could be, and the symptoms they said indicate that it's nothing serious. I'm having some type of nervous vascular fluid pooling in my legs, and it asked me if there's anything that I took or ate recently that's relatively new. And I did. I started taking this concentrated ginseng that my wife gave me a couple days ago. It's a concentrated homemade ginseng that's supposed to help with men over 50. It's to help with libido and testosterone and things like this. Give men energy. But it's kind of like a whiskey. So I've been taking a shot of that in the morning and the evening for the past 3 or 4 days, and they said that, and ChatGPT, that's probably it, because ginseng can thin your blood and cause this your blood circulation to go a little faster. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a biologist or anything, so this is just off the cuff. So the symptoms that I said, it's equal in both my legs. The right leg is a mirror of the left leg, so it's not just one leg. And they said, well, and AI said, well, that's a good sign, because if it was just one leg, then you'd probably have it could be deep vein thrombosis, and that is extremely dangerous. And I remember a couple years ago, my doctor wanted to check me for something, swelling in my legs. He said, you need to watch that, because I did have swelling this morning. So AI told me to kick my feet up, sit in a recliner chair. There's an unusually amount of people in the pool right now. This is extremely unusual. I've gone back and forth with symptoms and these ideas, and it said it's likely the ginseng. Cut the ginseng, take a rest day, relax. You do some light stretching, so I came to the gym. I said, can I work out? Because it's my back day, and it said do it lightly, don't do any legs, don't do anything strenuous, and just get your blood moving, but not too much. And I checked, can I use the sauna? I said, don't do that, because that would just stimulate the circulation and exacerbate the problems. So it says it thinks it's my nervous system, and it's just the ginseng is working its way out. It's about 18 hours now since this happened. I have not had a health scare. I actually don't remember one. Like several years ago, I was really anxious at work. It was a very dark time at work. And when I first started the last job that I had, I thought I made a mistake and I had some bad nights, but that was more anxiety and a mental. This was something physical that's still happening, but I can see a little swelling in my legs, but it's just, AI said I should give it 48 hours work the ginseng to work its way out, and if it doesn't, then I should probably go check with a doctor if it's still around in 48 hours. So anyway, did you ever have anything like that before? Really, I don't recall anything that scared me like this. I thought I was going to die, and my wife wasn't here of all the nights, and there's no way to contact her because she was on the train. She didn't have a phone number, and there's no Wi-Fi. So I wouldn't, just thank God I had her, and it just makes me more grateful. It makes me more grateful that I'm not working and that I'm home. And I mean, it would have been nice if with insurance I could have went to a doctor right away without even questioning. I could have been in a hospital within 20 minutes if I was still in Bangkok. But here I have no idea. We need to have a better system on what to do here with this. And if any of you out there are in Laos or something and you recommend a hospital, let me know where you go. And because if we have an emergency, we cannot even just across the border. You can't cross. The border closes at like 10 o'clock or something. I don't know. So this happened 3-4 in the morning. Anywhere between 12 and 4 in the morning. So let me know what you think. Any recommendations? And then, did any of you ever have this problem before? I really hope it goes away because it's very uncomfortable. It's like my legs are pulsing on a fire, and it's like the day after you really work your legs out in the gym, and that's what AI says. It's the blood flowing. I'm just ultra sensitive. My nerves. It's touching on the nervous system in my legs. So anyway, let me know what you want. Let me know what you think, and what would you do in this case? Do you think it's something serious or not? Take care, everybody. God bless, and thank God for the love, the people in your life. Even if you don't have a partner or something, I just realized, I'm so glad. I spent most of my life alone, and except for the last 13 years with my wife. But up until that point, I was single and roamed the world, and I'm just really grateful to have someone that I would have been sad to lose. I have my siblings, but this is my wife, and I'm really grateful that she's there. I'm grateful that we got her, she's back, and hopefully this will pass. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Take it slow.